Page 39. A. Listen to these sentences. Notice that some of the words flow together.
1. You must be joking. 2. Would you like a cup of tea? 3. He's as tall as me. 4. I've been here for 2 weeks. 5. Bill and Ben. 6. Come and see. 7. Go and tell him.
8. Look at this!
9. It's too expensive.
Page 40. A. Listen and repeat these words and sentences.
Verbs.
1. Will. I'll talk to him. 2. Would. I'd rather be at home. 3. Am. I'm happy. I am happy. 4. Can. They can go. 5. Has. She's gone. She has gone. 6. Had. They'd eaten. They had eaten. 7. Have. I've sold it. I have sold it. 8. Are. We're leaving. We are leaving. 9. Shall. What shall I say? 10. Is. She's here.
Conjunctions.
1. And. Here and there. 2. That. She told me that she's ill. 3. Than. She's shorter than I am. 4. As. Shout as loud as you can.
Prepositions.
1. For. This book is for you. 2. To. Before a consonant. I'm going to Bangladesh. 3. To. Before a vowel. She's going to ask him to explain. 4. Off. Give him a glass of milk. 5. From. He's been here from 10 a.m.
Page 41. C. Listen to see if you were right.
1. The water in the kettle boiled and it emitted steam. 2. The volcano erupted and blew hot ash into the air. 3. The geologist found the fossil of an ancient animal in the rock. 4. Atomic bombs produce deadly radiation. 5. Some volcanoes are submerged under the sea. 6. Infrared rays are heat-giving rays which are invisible.
D. Listen to these words and mark the stressed syllable.
1. Atmosphere. 2. Emit. 3. Erupt. 4. Radiate. 5. Fossil. 6. Submerge. 7. Infrared.
Page 42. A. Listen and answer the questions.
The climate we experience today is not the same as it was many hundreds of years ago. Changes in the world's climate have taken place over the ages. Pictures of agriculture in ancient tombs in Egypt show us that the climate must have been cooler at the time of the pharaohs than it is today. From the paintings of the crops, we can see that there must have been much more rainfall then. Scientists believe that there are a number of reasons for this climatic change. One reason might be due to the changes in the amount of heat that comes from the sun at different times. Another could be volcanic dust. When a volcano erupts, it sends huge amounts of dust into the atmosphere. The dust partly blocks out the rays from the sun over large areas. The volcanic dust stays in the atmosphere for many years and may have a cooling effect on the climate in those areas. As a result of man-made activities, gases like carbon dioxide have increased in the atmosphere. These are called greenhouse gases. They hang in the atmosphere, enclosing the earth like the roof and walls of a greenhouse. The earth receives heat and light from the sun and sends this back into space through infrared radiation. Much of this radiation cannot pass through the greenhouse gases, and this causes increased temperature near the earth. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing mainly because all countries burn fossil fuels such as oil, natural gas, and coal. The destruction of large areas of rainforests makes matters worse. Forests absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Some scientists believe that in the next 50 years, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere may double from levels in the 1960s. If this happens, scientists believe that the average temperature of the Earth's surface may increase by almost 1 degree Celsius. What would be the consequences of this global warming? It is well known that ice in the Arctic and Antarctic circles is melting. The glaciers in Antarctica cover 100,000 square kilometers and are about 60 meters thick. What would happen if this melted? Obviously, sea levels would rise and low-lying regions like Bangladesh would be submerged. Rainfall patterns would also change, and the change in regional climates would affect crop yields and water supplies. What can be done to prevent this situation? Global warming is a problem that affects every country and every person in the world. First of all, governments must agree to stop the destruction of the world's rainforests. Secondly, they must agree to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that vehicles and industries emit into the atmosphere. And we can all play a part as well. We should all try to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide we emit into the atmosphere. This can be done by driving fuel-efficient vehicles and by driving only when we have to. Possibly the best thing people can do is to use public transport as much as possible instead of cars or motorcycles. Finally, we must plant more trees in our cities and in our neighborhoods.
Page 43. B. Listen and repeat these sentences. Notice how the voice rises and falls.
Scientists believe that lightning strikes the earth about 100 times every second. It is very dangerous. Every year, about 1,000 people are killed by lightning. One man has been struck more than 14 times. What does it feel like to be struck by lightning? People are usually knocked to the ground and many are badly burned. How can you avoid being struck by lightning? It is best to stay inside a building or a car. The car's rubber tires provide insulation against the electric charge in lightning. Stay away from pipes, taps, and electric sockets. On no account, use the phone.
Page 44. A. Listen to Professor Puri talking to two students, Nisha and Leela, about the sun.
We've been learning how some people are afraid that the light from the sun might go out permanently during an eclipse.
Really? Well, that couldn't happen, of course, but people are right to think that the sun is very important.
Yes, that's right. If it wasn't for the heat and light we get from the sun, there wouldn't be any life on earth, would there?
Absolutely not. There wouldn't. People have always understood this, and some of them have worshipped the sun as a god.
So, what exactly is the sun?
It's a giant ball of hot gases. It's 150 million kilometers from the earth.
Wow! As far as that? That's a really long way.
Well, put it this way. It is like 109 Earths side by side.
Amazing! Do we know how hot it is?
Yes, we do. The surface of the sun is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. But at its center, the temperature is more like 16 million degrees Celsius.
Good heavens! That's unbelievable.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? But as well as heat and light, the sun gives out X-rays and ultraviolet rays, which are very harmful to life.
Really? So why don't they harm us then?
Most get soaked up in the atmosphere, so they don't affect us. But let me give you one very important warning.
What's that, ma'am?
Sunlight is terribly strong, and nobody should ever look directly at the sun. If you do, your eyesight might be badly affected and you could even go blind.
Wow! And what about looking at it through sunglasses?
Not even with sunglasses. Just remember, whatever you do, avoid looking directly at the sun.
Page 46. B. Listen to see if you were right.
1. The root of a tree is the part which is underground. 2. The trunk is the strongest part of a tree. 3. The bark is the outer layer of the tree. 4. The branches grow from the trunk of the tree and support its leaves. 5. Fruits fall from trees every year. 6. Some trees shed their leaves every year.
C. Listen and note the different ways in which the words in bold are pronounced.
1. Some trees produce leaves every year. Dairy produce includes milk and butter. 2. Much of the Middle East is desert. Don't desert your friends. 3. I will record his voice on my tape. Our teacher keeps a record of our marks. 4. The police gave him a permit to drive. Do you permit people to eat in here?
Page 47. A. Listen and understand.
If the bark of a tree is badly damaged, the tree dies.
C. Listen to see if you were right.
1. If water freeze, it turn into ice.
If water freezes, it turns into ice.
2. If those goats damage my trees, the trees die.
If those goats damage my trees, the trees will die.
3. If people not get enough to eat, they fall ill.
If people don't get enough to eat, they fall ill.
4. If it rains for many months, water level in rivers rise.
If it rains for many months, water levels in rivers rise.
5. When there be drought, famine.
When there is drought, there is famine.
6. If my fields get dry this summer, I irrigate them.
If my fields get dry this summer, I will irrigate them.
Page 48. A. Listen and repeat the sentences.
About 20% of the Earth's surface is covered with forest. Some of the trees have grown naturally and others have been planted. Different climates and soils support different types of forest. Let's first look at the tropical rainforest. That's TROPICAL. Here, both the temperature and rainfall is high. So, some trees grow to be very tall and push their way past smaller trees into the sunlight above. The tall trees do not allow sunlight to reach the lower regions of the forest. The largest rainforest is in South America. The second type of forest is the deciduous forest. That's spelled DECIDUOUS. Deciduous trees are those which lose their leaves in winter. Deciduous forests are found in climates that are neither very hot nor very cold. We call this type of climate a temperate climate. That's spelled TEMPERATE. The third type of forest is the coniferous forest. That's CONIFEROUS. Coniferous forests are found in cold climates. Most of the trees are evergreen, which means that they don't lose their leaves in winter. Their branches slope downwards so that snow can slide off during winter. The world's largest coniferous forest is in Russia.
C. Listen and repeat these exclamations.
1. That tree is 83.8 meters tall.
A. Good heavens!
B. Wow!
2. Lions sometimes eat their babies.
A. How horrible!
B. How dreadful!
3. Tree rings give us lots of information about the past.
A. How amazing!
B. How interesting!
4. The temperature of the sun at its center is about 16 million degrees Celsius.
A. Fantastic! B. Amazing!
5. Let's go trekking in the Himalayas.
A. What a great idea!
B. What a brilliant idea!
6. There's been an accident. Several people have been killed.
A. What an awful thing to happen!
B. What a terrible thing to happen!
Page 50. B. Listen to see if you were right.
1. First of all, you should clear the area of all vegetation. 2. Secondly, dig the area. 3. When you've done that, dig a hole that's deep and wide enough for the roots. 4. After that, put some manure in the bottom of the hole. 5. Next, hammer a supporting stake in the center of the hole. 6. Then spread out the roots of the tree and plant it. 7. Fill the hole in and flatten the soil with your foot. 8. Finally, tie the tree to the stake.
Page 51. A. Listen to the first part of the play, The Diamond Necklace, and look at these pictures. One day, the manager of Bharat Bank called Gautam Nair to his office.
I'm holding a dinner for some important clients of the bank, and I'd like you and your wife to come along. It'll be good if you get used to dealing with our clients socially.
Thank you, sir. I'll tell my wife.
At home, Gautam informed his wife Zoya of the manager's invitation.
Zoya, the manager has invited me to a very important dinner with some of our richest clients.
Oh, that's marvelous. Maybe he's thinking of promoting you.
Maybe, but there's something else. He wants you to come too. He wants us to get used to dealing with important clients socially.
Me? I couldn't go to a dinner like that. I wouldn't know what to say to all those bankers. And anyway, I haven't even got a sari that would be suitable for that sort of occasion.
Don't be silly. You'd be fine. I'll borrow some money and we'll buy you a lovely sari.
This really is a beautiful sari that Gautam has bought me. But there's one snag. I haven't got anything to go with it. No earrings or necklace. I can't ask Gautam to borrow more money. What can I do? Hang on. I'll ask my friend Malini if I can borrow a piece of her jewelry. She's got lots of beautiful things. I'll ring her up. Hello, Malini. It's Zoya Nair here.
Hi, Zoya.
Gautam and I have been invited to a really important dinner at the bank. I've got a lovely sari to wear, but no jewelry. Do you think I could borrow something of yours?
Sure. I've got a really lovely necklace you can borrow. It should look stunning on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming tonight.
Not at all. It was an excellent meal and, if I may say so, super company.
Here. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Nair, come over here a minute. I want to have a word with you.
Yes, sir?
One day, you'll probably be given an important job in the bank. When you do, you'll have to host dinners like this. Learn as much as you can before that time comes. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, sir.
What a wonderful evening.
Yes, it was a great evening.
Listen, I'll just make a cup of coffee and we can talk about all the people we met.
Great.
Oh my God!
What is it?
It's the necklace! It's gone! It must have come off in the taxi on our way back.
Page 53. D. Listen to see if you were right.
1. I can't buy that dictionary. It costs too much money. It's too expensive. 2. The bank charges an interest rate of 19% if you borrow money from them. 3. Accounts are a record of the money that a business has earned and spent. 4. I don't have the money to buy a new car. Maybe I can get a loan from the bank. 5. That isn't a real diamond. It's an imitation. It's made of paste. 6. May I borrow your dictionary for a minute? I just want to look up a word.
E. Now listen to the second part of the play, The Diamond Necklace, and follow these pictures.
Gautam, what are we going to do?
I don't know. That necklace must be worth lakhs of rupees.
Maybe the taxi driver will return it.
I doubt it. And there's no way we can trace him. What do we do?
I can't call Malini to tell her I've lost it.
There's only one thing we can do. You'll have to go out tomorrow and find a diamond necklace exactly like that. I'll have to borrow more money to buy it.
Oh, how terrible. If only I'd been more careful.
Have you found a similar necklace, Zoya?
Yes, but a diamond necklace like that is terribly expensive.
How much?
3,25,000 rupees.
Good heavens! But I can borrow that from the bank, thankfully.
How on earth will we pay it back?
I'll have to do something to earn money in the evening after I return from the bank. Keep shopkeepers' accounts or something like that.
I'll help too. Dressmaking, babysitting, giving tuition, anything. Oh, Gautam, if only we hadn't gone to that dinner. What would our lives have been like if I hadn't borrowed that necklace?
"10 years later."
At last I paid off the final part of our loan this afternoon. We're free. It's taken us nearly 10 years, but we've done it. I don't need to do those wretched accounts after a hard day at the bank, and you don't need to spend every evening dressmaking and sewing. It's time to relax a bit. I told you that together we'd get through it.
Yes, in a way it's made us stronger people. Anyway, as you say, we can relax a bit. It's a lovely evening. How about taking a walk in the park?
No thanks. You go on your own. I'll just sit here and read the paper.
Zoya, is that you?
Malini, yes, it's me. My, you look wonderful.
Yes, I'm fine. But you look tired. Have you been working too hard?
Yes, but that's all over now. Listen, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
What is it?
You know the necklace you lent me 10 years ago?
Yes, you gave it back to me.
No, I lost the one you gave me. Gautam and I decided not to tell you. Instead, we bought you a diamond necklace that was exactly the same.
What?
Yes, we bought you exactly the same type of diamond necklace, and for the last 10 years, Gautam and I have been working night and day to pay for it.
You mean to say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace the one that I lent you?
Yes.
Oh, my poor friend. Mine was only imitation diamonds. It was worth only about 300 rupees. Page 55. A. Listen to these sentences and tick the right box.
1. If I had a new sari, I'd go to the dinner. 2. If I had some jewelry, I'd wear it with the sari. 3. If Gautam had been promoted, he'd be earning more money.
Page 56. C. Now listen to see if you were right.
1. If I'd had lunch, I wouldn't be hungry. 2. If she had been hungry, she would have eaten something. 3. If he hadn't been wearing a seatbelt, he would have been injured. 4. If he'd had enough money, he would have bought the car. 5. If his brother hadn't lent him the money, he wouldn't have been able to buy the car. 6. If I'd known my friend was ill, I would have gone to see her.
Page 57. A. Listen to these people and tick the right box.
1. I really like that necklace, but it's awfully expensive. Just too much to spend on a piece of jewelry. On the other hand, that brooch is lovely and it's not nearly as expensive. I think I'll have that instead.
2. It's time I got myself a new shirt. Oh, that one's rather nice. Let's see how much it is. Oh, that's not too bad. Excuse me, I'm interested in this shirt.
3. Father, I need something for school.
What's that?
A dictionary.
Which one? There are 3 or 4 here.
That one, my teacher says it's the best one for the work we are doing.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
4. Mother, look at that fantastic new computer game. Will you buy it for me, please?
Let's see how much it is first. Good heavens, 300 rupees? I'm not paying that for a game.
Oh, Father, please.
If you really want it, you'll have to save up from your pocket money.
Oh, that means I'll never get to buy it.
5. I'm going on holiday next week. I want to take lots of photos. I think I'll get myself a camera. My old camera is not working anymore. This one looks fantastic. Let's have a look at the price. I think I'll pay by credit card.
6. That's a nice looking handbag. I think Uma would love it. How much does it cost? That's rather expensive. I think I'll get it somewhere else.
B. Listen and repeat these sentences. Notice how the voice rises and falls.
1. I really like that necklace, but it's awfully expensive.
Don't worry, we can talk about the price.
2. It's time I got myself a new shirt. Oh, that one's rather nice.
Could I help you, sir?
3. Could I have a look at those shoes, please?
Certainly, sir. 4. Are you ready to order, ma'am?
Yes, I'll have the soup and the sandwich.
Page 59. B. Listen to see if you were right.
1. Tom is the most suitable candidate for the job. 2. He has a very friendly personality. 3. Applicants for this job must have a university degree. That's essential. 4. This is a multinational company. It has offices in many countries. 5. The successful candidate will be responsible for dealing with customer inquiries. 6. She is the personnel manager. She deals with the company's staff.
Page 60. E. Now listen to these radio advertisements for jobs.
Medical representatives are needed for a multinational company. Candidates should have a BSc in biology, should be aged below 30, must have a driving license. Candidates with previous experience in the pharmaceutical industry will be preferred. Candidates must have a good command over English. To apply, send your CV to Ms. Verma, Personnel Manager, Sunray Pharmaceuticals, PO Box 701, Chennai. Active Computers, a leading company specializing in computer software, is seeking a customer service officer. The successful candidate will be responsible for dealing with customer inquiries and complaints. The applicant must have a university degree, excellent computer and telephone skills, be fluent in English, and have a pleasant personality. Reply to the Personnel Manager, PO Box 653, Mumbai.
Page 61. G. An applicant is being interviewed for the post of medical representative at Sunray Pharmaceuticals. Listen to the interview. Then answer these questions.
Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
I've taken a look at your CV. I see that you've got a BSc in biology. Where from?
Madras University.
Very good. And you're 27, so that's okay. Do you have a driving license?
Yes, I have a driving license for both 2 and 4-wheelers.
Good. And what have you been working as till now?
I was working as a sales assistant in my uncle's pharmacy.
Ah, so you've got some sales experience. Now, can you tell me why you left your uncle's business and why you want this job?
Well, I was looking for a change. I want to travel and visit other places. I'm very grateful to my uncle for giving me the job, of course. He's encouraging me to look at other places as well.
And why are you applying for a post with us?
To begin with, my uncle told me that Sunray's products are highly respected by the medical profession. And then, you are an established company, and I'm ambitious, and I'd like to work with a company that can teach me what I haven't learned.
Excellent. I'm glad to see that you've done some research into our company. Now, what makes you think you'd be good at the job?
Well, I'm a hard worker and I'm sociable, so I'll enjoy meeting clients. I'm also well organized, so I'll make sure that I'm on time to meet clients and I won't forget appointments.
Good. Now, at present you're living with your parents in Gandhinagar. How about if we posted you to a town quite far from home?
That wouldn't be a problem. As I said, if I was given the job, I'd try my hardest to work my way up. So I'm not worried about where I start work.
Mr. Kumar, thank you very much for your time. I've got your telephone number. I'll phone you on Saturday morning to let you know the result of this interview.
Thank you.
Page 62. H. Listen and repeat these sentences.
1. A good employee should be hard working. 2. He or she should have good language skills. 3. He or she should be able to work independently.
64. K. Listen to see if you were right.
1. Excuse me, I can't eat this fish. It is stone cold.
I beg your pardon, sir. I'll get you another one immediately.
2. I think this person is sitting in my seat.
May I have a look at your ticket, please?
3. You promised to deliver those medicines by 11 o'clock this morning. Where are you?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm stuck in a traffic jam, but I'll keep you informed on my mobile phone.
4. What infuriates me about this airline is that the check-in takes so long.
I'm very sorry, sir. There are a lot of passengers on board this morning.
Page 65. B. Listen to see if you were right.
1. To dial means to ring a number. 2. To get through means to reach the other person. 3. To be engaged means to be busy with another call. 4. To hold means to wait. 5. To hang up means to put the phone down. 6. To put someone through means to connect two people.
Page 68. B. Listen to see if you were right.
1. An accountant is a person who keeps and checks financial records. 2. An actor is a person who takes part in plays or films. 3. An architect is a person who designs buildings. 4. A civil engineer is a person who plans and designs roads, bridges, and large buildings. 5. A journalist is a person who writes for newspapers and magazines. 6. A receptionist is a person who welcomes and helps people when they first come to a hotel or office. 7. A salesperson is a person who sells things such as clothes, cars, etc. 8. A lawyer is a person who advises people about the law and speaks for them in court. 9. A computer programmer is a person who writes software programs. 10. A professor is a person who teaches and does research.
Page 69. C. Listen to these people talking about their jobs. Number the jobs in the right order.
1. Yes, it's a marvelous job. I'll be 50 soon, but I enjoy working with young people, and I still find research fascinating. My work also involves quite a lot of travel to universities abroad for meetings and lectures.
2. It's a good job. The company gives us good training and a smart uniform to wear. It's also nice to work in a comfortable air-conditioned building. People come from all over the world, so I get an opportunity to meet people from different places. It's important that I'm welcoming and efficient.
3. It's a hard job. Working outside in the heat with the noise of machinery all around you. But then we're building the infrastructure of the nation. The roads and bridges and dams that we build will help to make the quality of life better for generations to come.
4. My job is really exciting. I meet important, interesting people from India and all over the world. Recently, there was a trade delegation from Europe, and my editor let me cover the story. I was able to meet the ministers of finance from Germany and France. My report was on our front page.
5. I enjoy my work, though it is quite demanding. I work in the court most of the morning, and then in my office in the afternoons. Very often people are tricked out of their money or positions, and I enjoy bringing the evildoers to justice. To win a case in such situations is what I work for.
Page 70. B. Listen and repeat these sentences. My name is Parul Mathur. I'm self-employed. I own a business making ladies' clothes. I started off with 2 second-hand sewing machines and 1 employee. But I'm a good designer, and soon there was a lot of demand for my dresses. The trouble was that we couldn't make the dresses fast enough. I thought long and hard about what to do. In the end, I asked my father to become a partner in the business. He lent me some money, and I bought 2 new electric sewing machines. Since then, I've taken on 3 more employees. I've also signed a contract with a shop in Kolkata to provide them with dresses. My father says that I should also think of exporting my designs. Page 72. E. Listen to see if you were right.
1. I work in a company that manufactures laboratory equipment. 2. People who are ambitious usually work their way up their jobs. 3. That machine broke down this morning, but the mechanic is working on it right now. 4. Preparing in a hurry for the exams usually works against you in the end. 5. Nadia used to work in a bank, but now she works for herself. 6. If you have a nice, friendly personality, it usually works in your favor at interviews. 7. This problem is too difficult to work out in my head. I need a calculator.
Page 74. C. Now listen and follow these pictures.
Thousands of years ago, people had no system of money. They used the barter system of trading. That means they traded something they owned and didn't want for something they wanted. Later, Many different things were used as money, including shark's teeth and certain types of shells such as cowries. In time, people decided that gold and silver worked well as money. This was because these metals kept their value, being scarce. Gold and silver coins could be carried easily. They looked beautiful and they didn't rust. The first coins were made in about 600 BC in western Turkey. The coins had a stamped design to show that the king guaranteed that they had a uniform value. This saved people the trouble of weighing each coin to find its value. As time went on, more and more countries made their own coins. But then people realized that gold is rather heavy to carry. This fact led to the use of paper money. The Chinese were probably the first people to use paper money. The Venetian explorer Marco Polo traveled to China in the early 13th century, and he was amazed to see people using paper as money. He could not understand how a piece of paper could have any value. In the 17th century, in Europe, people began to leave their gold money in banks, and the banks gave them paper notes. These notes could be exchanged for the gold when the owner needed it. Nowadays, instead of paying money with banknotes, a person who has money in a bank can pay for goods with a check. Checks are useful if you do not want to carry large amounts of money or if you want to pay by post. Most checks are on the bank's specially printed paper, but since a check is simply an instruction to the bank to pay somebody, it can be written on anything. Only recently, some people who were protesting about the amount of tax they had to pay wrote their checks on bananas and even on the backs of cows. An increasingly common way of paying for goods is by credit card. If you are given credit, it means that you can buy something now and pay for it later. In the future, more and more of us will use credit cards. Nowadays, some currencies are beginning to disappear. Soon, most countries in Europe will use the same currency, the euro. This takes Europe back 2,000 years to the days of the Roman Empire, when almost all the countries in Europe had the same currency.
Page 76. F. Listen to the passage again. Notice how the voice rises and falls.
The word tsunami comes from the Japanese word that means harbor wave. Tsunamis are sometimes incorrectly called tidal waves. Tsunamis are not caused by the tides. Tides are caused by the gravitational force of the moon on the sea. Regular waves are caused by the wind. Tsunamis are caused by an underwater earthquake, a volcanic eruption, a submarine rock slide, or, more rarely, by an asteroid from space crashing into the water. Most tsunamis are caused by underwater earthquakes, but not all underwater earthquakes cause tsunamis. An earthquake has to be over 6.75 on the Richter scale for it to cause a tsunami. About 90% of all tsunamis occur in the Pacific Ocean. Tsunamis can be detected before they hit land, and loss of life can be minimized with the use of modern technology.
Congratulations! You've just completed your work at the 8th level. Good luck with Book 9.